In Major League Baseball, there was a market for pitches. What's coming next? A ball or a strike? What's the velocity of that pitch? Over or under 94, which means you're betting fastball, slider, breaking ball, four-seamer, two-seamer. We did a whole show Monday about two players for the Guardians who are going to be banned for life, who were indicted, claiming they're innocent. They'll never pitch again. Remember Ortiz and Clase? Monday show. Well, something happened yesterday that we talked about on Nothing Personal, and it is a major, major event in the evolution of sports betting. There is now going to be a limit on the amount of money that can be wagered on certain individual prop bets. Meaning that the people who think they can go to a pitcher and say, I'll give you 10 grand if you tell me whether you're going to throw a ball or a strike. And then that player takes the 10 grand and then throws the ball and strike. The only way for the person who did the asking to make money is to go wager on the ball and strike and wager more than 10 grand. That's the profit. I bet 20 grand and I won, and I gave 10 of it to the player who did it. That is as old as the day is long. If your ability is only to make $200 on a particular bet, now, you could make $200 at DraftKings. Could you make $200 at FanDuel? Could you make $200 at BetMGM? Could you make $200 at Hard Rock Bet? Could you make $200 at Penn PointsBet? Add it up. There's a huge number of organizations, of sports books, who are part of this new agreement with Major League Baseball, limiting the exposure to these type of bets that could easily open themselves to integrity issues. It is a great start for the leagues. It is a great start for the betting companies. As we talked about Monday, something had to happen, and it took about a day. But let's talk about it. When you read a DraftKings spokesperson say, in collaboration with Major League Baseball, we have adjusted certain bet types to further deter bad actors while helping maintain fairness and trust in the game. There is no better line that a spokesperson can give on behalf of DraftKings or any gambling company, because they need customers to believe there is fairness in any wager they make, on any wager they make. The minute one wager isn't fair, it calls into question every single other wager. When your bread is buttered by 80 types of bets, do you sacrifice one of those kinds to protect the other 79? That's just easy math. This was a give that the gambling companies could give to the leagues. But we've read a lot of different places that are going for even more. Governor Mike DeWine of Ohio, who MLB says they consulted with. Governor Mike DeWine is not about taking away the one bet about who is going to throw a ball or a strike. He wants to ban all prop bets. When Adam Silver talks in the media about what went on with Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups, etc., he talks about his desire to look at individual player-related prop bets, not just the under on assists for Terry Rozier. There's so many things that can be bet on, both live in-game, pre-game. What the gambling companies do is they know exactly the revenue of every type of bet. It's what any business person would do. You recognize how you make your money, what days you make your money, what sports you make your money. You then evaluate what a decision is and what the impact it would be to your business, whether it's de minimis or whether you have changed the entire way that you make money, and therefore you got to meet Wall Street analysts because you're a public company and your earnings are going to plummet because you have now given away a huge revenue silo. Didn't happen yesterday. There was no need for any sort of call to talk about what the financial implications of this would be on any of the gambling companies, and that still doesn't matter to me. The very act that these companies were willing to do in order to give the illusion that there is this level of fairness and trust is noteworthy.